Hey, welcome back, knife nerds and everyday care people. It's your boy, the Big Canucker here, and coming at you with something a little different here today. Now, I'm not sure, many of you longtime subscribers will know that I have been off work here for about 3.5 years, and due to a medical issue, I've had many surgeries on my foot, and I've had a little bit of time here to develop a few hobbies, and one of them is actually whittling. And I thought I would kind of go through my little whittling bag. This is something that I take with me if I'm going to head out to the campsite or head down onto the deck and spend a few hours just relaxing. It is so relaxing to grab just a piece of stick from the yard and just have a good whittle. And it's fun to create things. And I also love creating things that my little granddaughter absolutely loves. And this is one here, a little chicken stick that I carved that she loves it and says, make me chicken, Papa. I want some chicken. And I thought, okay, are you hungry? No, I want a wooden chicken, Papa. I'm like, okay, well, so Papa will go get a stick and he'll carve up a chicken stick. And she absolutely loves it. And this particular one here, I just took some markers and just painted it up to give it a little bit more detail, and I think it turned out all right. This one here is a little bit of a wood sprite, and I totally carved this one kind of freehand without any sort of pencil on it. Lots of times I'll mark pencil, but this one I just decided to just try it out. And it's not too bad. And this one here is spoon. I actually want to start getting into making some more spoons, and I've got a new project carving actually more of a ladle. And I mean, if you want to have a hobby that's not going to cost you a whole lot of money. Lots of the materials are free. Where this one here, it just came from a tree that was in my yard. I didn't even know what it is. It's got some berries on it, and it's got some black leaves on it. And I just wanted something to do one day, so I went out there and I found a branch on the ground and brought it inside. And this is the result. A few hours later, a nice little spoon. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I might just keep it on the counter or something, just as kind of a conversation piece. But it's fun. It gives you a sense of accomplishment to create something, and that's the real big thing for me. Is I loved when I'm finished and I've created something with my hands. I brought something into the world, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment. Now, the one fella who really I want to credit with helping to actually learn how to carve some of this stuff is a fellow Canadian named Doug Linker. I don't think he knows my channel is around. He's got quite a big whittling channel, but I will leave a description down in the description box, a link for you to check him out. If you're interested in whittling, go check out his channel. He gives some great tutorials. Seems like a real heck of a nice guy, and he's got some great skill too as well. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of go over my particular little carving whittling bag. I'm sure that in the years to come, I will add some stuff to it. And the other thing too as well is I will give some individual reviews on everything as I develop in this particular hobby. So for now, this is just simply my kind of everyday carry whittling bag. All right, now first thing I want to start off with is a little bit of safety things. Some people don't carve with them, but I do. And these are from my company, Worth, that's who I work for, selling shop supplies. And these are cut-proof gloves. Now, they're built with a Kevlar material in them. And I have to tell you though, they are not 100% cut proof, as you can see right here, and as you can see right here, and as you can see right across the palm. But they do save you those little nicks, because sometimes you can be stupid and digging something, and rather than adjust your hand or maybe come at it with a different angle, it slips and zoink right through, because you want your wood carving tools to be razor sharp. It makes the job easier, and it will cut through these. But they have saved me on some whittling accidents, I have to tell you. And for whatever reason, I'm not 100% sure, but my wife absolutely goes mental when I cut myself with one of my knives. I can just absolutely see her eyes roll when when I'm going to get a Band-Aid, and I can hear her mumble on her lips, "Fuck, you're stupid." And I don't know why. I would be concerned if my wife came out of, the bedroom with holding her hand with a little bit of blood. I'd be like, "Oh my goodness, baby, are you okay?" The first thing from my mind would be, "Fuck, you're stupid." And I guess, that's the difference, between men and women, Women are from Venus and men are from Mars, I guess. All right. Safety, safety, safety. So, let's, we'll break out the tools first, I would imagine. Oh, yes, I will get my whittling tools right out of the way here. Or my whittler. So, I carry everything inside just this little bag. It's actually a little bag, zip-up bag that all my, it was a Mastrop knife maintenance tool bag is what this originally came from. So my little mat, my screwdrivers here, all this stuff, it came inside here. And I just decided to repurpose that bag because I wanted something that I could just throw inside the car on my way out to the camper and would have all my whittling tools in it. So everything is packed away in this little cylindrical bag. Oh my goodness. I've got some 2-cent thoughts and $9 words. All right. So open this up. This is not super expensive. I know that you can get some really, really, Morkanev knives and stuff like that are really, really quite expensive. These here are, I've got them off of Amazon, and now these particular ones here are called, Edapon, I'm not exactly 100% sure how to pronounce that, but they just basically seem to be the ones that if you look at Amazon, you'll see there's probably 10 or 20 different Amazon stores selling the exact same set of knife under different names. It's a 3-piece set. Mine came with 3-piece. It came with a little strop and then a little green stropping compound. And I have to tell you, the little strop and the stropping compound are absolutely useless. Chuck them away. And I think it's just green crayon. I don't think there's any abrasive in there whatsoever. But from what I can tell, it seems like these are fairly decent. Though they say that it's high carbon steel and that it's ash wood. And I have to tell you that it seems like they take a fairly decent edge. They came relatively sharp and they are fairly comfortable in your hands. None of them were loose. And they seem like they were put together all right. Now they say carbon steel, but I've also seen the same set sold where they've said stainless steel. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to, to really let them go. Now, with all the carving I've done on it, I know that I've left residue on the knife blade, and it doesn't seem like it's stained. So I know that carbon steel, or especially high carbon steel, if you leave some sort of stuff on it, I know that it'll kind of discolor a little bit. And otherwise, you need to keep them oiled. So then maybe that's something that I will do. Maybe I will take a tiny piece of mustard or something, drop it on the edge or the part of the blade, and let's just see if it takes a patina. Then I'll know for sure if it's a high carbon steel. But either way, right now you can get this set on Amazon in Canada for $19.99, and I think it's definitely worth it. This is a real big thing here, the hook tool. The hook tool is what you're going to use for carving your spoon making, stuff like that. You want to gouge into a hole and widen up a hole, and I think that's, for $20 you just can't beat that. Now this particular set here with the under this epitome name or Edapon name is right now is $39.95, and I paid way less than that. I think I paid $24 is what I think I paid for it way back in the day. And like I said, right now you can get almost, I would say, the identical set for $20. Now the other thing that I ended up getting, which is this, it is an old timer folding knife set, and it comes with some many little tools, and this has been a fairly handy thing so far right now too as well. You can get a kind of a higher class version of this called Flex Cut. And it is really expensive. I think the Flex Cut folding one is around $170, $180. Where this one here was, I do believe, was $34. So, seems like the steel is okay. Maybe could use a little bit more strength in some areas. And I know that I had to really sharpen everything up when it came. So I had to really sharpen it up, and other than that, I thought it was all right, and it'll come in handy too as well. So it's a 6-piece, and it's got, you know, your straight your little detail knife. It's got a few gouges, a square gouge. It's got a little straight chisel. It's got a little curved gouge. You've got another little 90-degree curved gouge. Then of course you've got another kind of a hook knife there too as well, and that was not very sharp at all, and I really spent a lot of times sharpening that up. It is really razor sharp right now, and I will give you a sharpness test on my blades just to give you an idea of how sharp they are. Everybody loves this. This is like kind of a knife porn. Oh, a little bit of a couple of little tiny hitches in there. But let's just see here. If I'm not sure even how to cut this. It cuts towards you. Boy, did I ever butcher that. There we go. That is actually fairly sharp. Out of the three, though, this is the dullest. I haven't. I'm not an expert at sharpening that curved area, but I have been able to get it fairly decent. And then, of course, here, this little detail knife, just like a knife through paper. All right. So, and then just to give you an idea, this one here, too, as well. She's pretty damn sharp. There. And, all right. So now we'll see what else is in the bag of mysteries here. Let's close that up. So, see, now that just goes to tell you, I am going to have to kind of maybe go through this and put a new edge on there. There's a couple of little chips in there that I can't see, and I can't seem to feel them, but the paper says there is, so maybe I'll go through that over again. Now, this is another little thing here that I actually made, and I'm not sure if you have followed my channel, you'll see that I've made a lot of things. You can get a strop block from Flex Cut, and it's got different shapes on it to follow your knives, and it's same thing. It's around 25 bucks or so, but I just happen to have an old piece of molding here, and I thought, well, I'm going to make my own, and that's what I ended up doing. It's because most of the time, once you've got a great edge on your knives, you'll want to strop early and often when you're doing your actually whittling. Your knives aren't going to dull so bad where they're not going to cut anything, but you'll notice as you're working on a particular tool, you'll notice that it's not cutting clean. So then what I end up doing is I just end up stropping until I've brought the edge back quite a bit. And I've got, some different compounds on here. This started as a green compound. I've got a white compound. I've got a green compound. I put some diamond spray on here, some 1 micron diamond spray, and then I had something on the side here, but I decided to, I don't know, I think it was some white compound. It just didn't work, but I ended up getting a nice little thing where I can strop my hook knife, which is nice too as well, and it seems to really keep this edge really nice and tight. All right, so that's my stropping block that's in there. Of course, this here is just an old set of leather scraps I ended up getting from Michael's, and I had an old white strap that came in it, and so I just glued these two heavy-duty pieces of together, and it hangs over my neck in the center of my chest. And you'll see, if you've watched any sort of carving videos, sometimes when you're carving a spoon, you'll want to take that and press it against your chest, and you want to carve in on yourself. So you've got it pressed and you're just carving in. And if you've got this and pressed against on your chest, you're not going to be able to cut yourself the way your elbows are flared. And so that's what that is. That's just a little guide because it kind of bugged me. It hurt. You get some little edges like that. You want to press it against your chest. This is my little guard. And I threw a little bit of compound on it just to strop up something there one time. And what else have I got inside my magic bag of tricks? I've got a first aid kit because these are cut-proof gloves, but they're not super cut-proof. And this is just a first aid kit with some whole whack load of Band-Aids in it and some sanitizing wipes, and just to be on the safe side. And of course, I've got some old strops that I made, some wooden strops. And then I've got a couple of rejects, and I've got little projects that I'm kind of working on too as well. So I keep all that together. And then of course I've got a marker and a pencil crayon here. So just a straight black pencil crayon and a black marker, because you want to mark out a lot of the stuff that you're whittling. I know there's some masters out there who can just grab a piece of wood and they can whittle it, but lots of times I need to actually mark things out where I want them, or I want to mark out my bowl where it edge, begins or ends, and it's just something that's real handy to have with you. So, and then I've just got some other pieces of wood in here, some old strops that I've kind of made in there too as well. So that is my little bit of a whittling kit. Now I will eventually kind of maybe go over this individual tools here, give some demonstration, but for now this is what I've put together. I hope it helps you guys. I hope it ignites a passion for whittling. So I want you to say thank you so much for stopping by. If you like what you saw, please give me the thumbs up and the subscribe. I really, really appreciate you. You don't understand how much I do. Please stay safe out there. Keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up. This is the Big Canucker saying adios.